Welcome back, everybody, to another fantastic day of U.S. history. So, couple of things. I hope you are doing well during this crisis. There's a lot going on, a lot of uncertainty, but don't worry, we're here. We'll battle it through. We'll survive. We'll be fine for now as long as we stick together and we follow social distancing. As you know, this isn't the classroom. Yes, I know. I have to become a streamer. I have to become a YouTuber. It's different. I just want to say that I didn't say that YouTubers isn't a good career path. I just said that it may not be the stable one. And look at me now. I'm stuck in these four corners of these walls. I'm stuck in my room. This is one of my spare rooms in my apartment, so I'm using it as an office. This is basically my life for now. There's a lot of things I'm trying to figure out, I'll be honest with you. Obviously, I use my website. I don't use the Google Classroom, so I'm still figuring out what will work best for now. So I apologize in advance for all the changes I'm making middle of the week. But the purpose of this video is to explain the homework, the options. But before I get there, I will talk about some other stuff. So I will put the timestamps down in the very bottom of in the description. So if you go to the description and click the timestamps that are labeled, you can just jump ahead and skip all this other stuff. Now, the first thing I need to talk to you about is this contact information. This over here is my work number. So this is not my actual number. It's a number I get from Google. And you can call it and act like a real number, and I can answer any questions you may have. You can call me during my office hours. I already sent you the picture of the office hours. My office hours are going to be from 9 to 11, and then to 1 to 3, I believe it's on there. There's my email. There's also my phone number. Now, with that being said, one of the things you're going to need is your Google Class codes for all the classes. Now, as you pull in a new tab, you're going to get to the school website. If you don't know what it is, it's going to be www.ecisd.net. Now, let me zoom in here so you can see it better. www.ecisd.net. Here's the school website. I'm going to zoom in again so we can see things a little better. You're going to click, actually not our district, you're going to click our schools. And you're going to go down to East Central High School. This is what you're going to click. So our schools, East Central High School. Once you're there, you're going to click website. Once you click website, and you'll see right here in the middle, you will see a link that says Google Classroom Codes. Once you click that, it'll send you to a new website, and this is where you can find all your teachers' class codes. All in one spot, easy for you to find. I'll make sure I put the link in the description as well, so you guys can click it and skip this whole part if you want to. You click English, here's all your English teachers' class codes. Social studies, here's your social studies. All your teachers should be up here. If not, they will be up there. With that said, let's talk about what you guys are going to do once you get onto my classroom. So you're on your Google Classes. You see all your classes there, and you see mine. Hopefully mine's in the top corner. Hopefully it's your favorite one. I hope you think this is the most important one out of all of them. I wish. You're going to click Sanchez, U.S. History. And there, as I said before, there's already stuff posted. Now, I did make a change, and I apologize for this. I'm still working things out. I'm still trying to figure out Google Classroom. I ended up splitting the options into different assignments. I talked with other teachers, and I learned some new stuff after I did this, and I may just go back to that one option, that one assignment. But for right now, we're going to stick with the 6 just to see how things work. Now, one of the things I do have to mention before I move on or move into the options is that we got further clarification. You do not have to do one option per day. You have to do a minimum of 3. So out of the 6 options there are, you'll do 3. Now, I do recommend that you move on and try to do more. Try to do more that you can. It gives you a greater chance of me seeing your ability to be able to assess your skills in historical thinking, in cause and effect, in comparison, in inferencing, in generalizations and summarizations, all the different skills. Now, let's go on. So what you're going to do is that you're going to go into Google Classroom, and here's the very top. and you'll have all the options. Option 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll talk about each option. Again, I'll make sure I put the timestamps inside the description for you to skip to the one that you need to figure out, that you need more help with. And I did change things up with the documents to make it easier to understand. So here we go. So we're in option 1. And option 1 says, westward expansion. Week 1. Option 1. Choose a lesson from the link, Khan Academy, the American West. And there's a hard copy response. Now, if you're doing the online one, you're going to read the different articles. You're going to click here. And here's all the different articles. You are going to not do the Gilded Age. We're not doing that right now. We're going to go down to the American West. Now, you see all the blue check marks. It means that I personally has already gone through these and looked through them. You're going to click the first one, and you're going to read the article. And there's information for you there, a couple of paragraphs, and they're going to answer 3 questions over the few paragraphs. I've already copy and pasted these questions. They're going to be up in option 1 document. And you look here, article 1. Article 2, and they also label. So therefore, you're going to be able to just type in your answer. Maybe just go ahead and split the screens a bit to see it, answer the questions, or you can write it down in a different paper, whatever works best for you. If we go back to the option, there is a hard copy resource, and that's for people who are for y'all guys who cannot access the internet, and it's almost the exact same thing. Ignore the 3 pictures at the very bottom, because that was meant to be for something else. Now we're in option number 2. This one is an interesting one. We want you guys to talk with your parents, talk with your guardians, talk with a friend about the current events. Social distancing is not about isolation. It's just about keeping your distance. Doesn't mean you just do not talk to anybody. We want you talking with other people. We want you to discuss what's going on. Get informed, get involved. Just because you cannot go to the places that you cannot go to or talk or be next to people that you want to be next to doesn't mean you can't talk to them. That's what the whole point of this distance learning is for us to continue talking and learning. It's not to isolate, become full isolationists and not talk to anybody and all I want to do is watch Disney Plus and eat ice cream all by myself. No, we need to continue talking with each other. We need to continue to spread information and learn as much as we can. And that's what option 2 is about. So you're going to click the link over here where it says CNN 10. CNN 10 will take you to a video. And it's going to be about that day. March 24th is today. And so it'll go over new information. So this is going to change daily. It's not going to be the same video over and over and over again. So that means everyone, depending on what day you decide to do this, will have a different video. So once you've done that, once you watch the video, what you're going to do is you're going to summarize the video and cite specific references just to show that you watched the video, there's specific information in there. You're like, oh, this is interesting. I'll put this down in my summarization. Another thing you're going to do is talk to your parents, explain what's going on and what they think, what are their opinions on it, and summarize their opinions. And then here's the big one. Again, we are making sure that you're practicing your skills, your argument skills, your ability to reference specific information, and also articulate what you believe in as well. Do you agree or disagree with your parents' or friends' opinion? Explain your logic. Don't just be like, well, it just doesn't make sense because of this. No, you're going to make an argument. You're going to have to convince me that you truly know why you disagree or you agree with it. Give me some specific references. Give me some more logic. Explain the how and the why are important. I keep telling you guys this. How and why is important. Now off to the next option. So now we're in the next option. This one's a little straightforward in terms of research. We're going to practice our researching ability, our inquiry skills, meaning gathering information. And what you're going to do is, since this is westward expansion, the presidents of this time are important because they're making all the decisions that have to do with Native Americans, with new land, going west. The people that you're going to have the option to research. You only need to choose 3. Just choose 3 of these options. You have Thomas Jefferson, James Monroe, Andrew Jackson, Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Johnson, and William McKinley. William McKinley does do some stuff here and there with westward expansion. He is more Gilded Age, but I threw that option in there for you guys because he's interesting in terms of his decisions in the economy. So what you're going to do is, out of all these eras, you're going to include the years they were in office, what party were they were in. We not always have the Republican and Democratic Party. There's other parties beforehand. They eventually broke down and became the two that we know today. So go ahead and write down their party. Key foreign events, significant domestic changes. That includes like amendments, what changes they do to the Constitution, legislation, what laws did they make, and major economic issues. How did they change the economy? Or, like we're in today, was there an economic issue? So go ahead and do that on the PowerPoint. Just nice baseball card profile of these presidents. Now we're going to move on to the next option. This other option, option number 4, this is going to be your crash course history. Now you have questions on the very bottom of this page. You have 1 through 9. Make sure you get to that bottom one as well. You may not be able to see it, so make sure you hit all 9 questions. These questions are going to be over the video you watch on Crash Course History. I know he goes super fast, but I believe you guys can do it. So it's that straightforward. Watch the video, answer the questions. So now we're in option 5. So with option 5, what you're going to do is you're going to write a narrative. You're going to write a personal story about you going off west. It's a back home letter. Why do you move west in the first place? What is out there? My suggestion to you guys is to watch the Crash Course History first, or to read the articles. The articles will give you a lot of good information to give you more specific ideas about moving west. Really put yourself in the mindset of these settlers moving west. What are the challenges? What do you have to overcome? What dangers do you go? Make it an interesting story, you guys. This is your opportunity to be creative. And if you're good with Photoshop as well, put some pictures in there. It'll be great to see you guys do that. Now we're in option number 6. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was a little bit more on the difficult end of the options. It's a challenge. And because it's a challenge, I want you guys to try to hit it head on. And what you're going to do is that you're going to pick 3 documents from the website or the hard copy response. It'll be probably easier for you to find the primary documents in the hard copy. But if you want to explore, and I highly recommend you explore, take risks in your learning, go ahead and click the docsteach.org. And it says here, once you do so, search Homestead Act. So you're going to click DocsTeach, and it's going to take you to this page. Now with this page, you're going to scroll down until you see this to explore. You're going to click the Explore document. You're going to type in Homestead Act, and you have some primary resources for you to choose from. And what you're going to do is you're going to choose 3 primary sources. And as it says on the options, go back to options. The option says, pick 3 documents and explain how they represent the characteristics of the Gilded Age or westward expansion. Again, I highly recommend that you go onto option 1 or watch the Crash Course History before you hit option 6. And you're going to explain how the picture represents westward expansion. Give me some specific evidence. Don't just be like, well, there's a wagon and people with wagons went west. Explain more. What was the wagons for? How long did they have on resources? Why is this relevant? What does this picture give you? What type of ideas about moving west? The challenges that people face? What does it make you think? Go in depth. Don't just be superficial. Just don't be like, okay, I'm going to do like the bare minimum. No, I want you to get into this. This is for you guys to take full advantage to expand your mind beyond what you've been doing so far. Alright, so those are the instructions for the different options. I hope you found this video helpful. Keep up with your mind. I'll be sending out a Google Hangouts invitation here in a little bit so that everyone, if you're available at the time I tell you, you can jump in on your phone, FaceTime, and you can ask further questions. So make sure you keep an eye out on the Google Hangouts. I also will be checking to see if y'all guys know your email addresses. If not, if you do not know your email address, please send me an email through your personal address or message me back on Remind saying that, hey, Mr. Sanchez, I don't know my email. Can you please give it to me? I have your email addresses. Now, Once you give me that, I'll reset your password if you don't remember it, and then from there, we can move on, and you can get onto Google Hangouts and catch up with the rest of us. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you on the next one.